Let's talk about this morning. Artists from across the DMV and even the world are bringing their talents to Capitol Hill today. eCity Art's Capitol Art Book Fair showcases books as works of art. Here with me now, the mastermind behind the project, Phil Houtney, and artist Carolyn Toy and Carolina Mayorga. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
I want to start with you, Phil. What exactly is an art book fair? What is that?
So an art book fair is somewhat difficult to define, but in a nutshell, it is books about art.
Okay.
So if you've been to a book fair before, you see literature, children's books. The emphasis is on the visual, on the art. And some of the books are also presented as works of art.
So tell us about the book fair.
So the book fair is actually at Eastern Market's North Hall. It's free and open to the public today from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And it is in the historic Eastern Market, which is 150 years old this year.
Carolyn Toy, tell us about your photography and what you're contributing to the art fair.
Well, I started taking photos of DC back in 2004 and just pursued it as a hobby, as a personal passion project. And about 8-10 years into it, I started to notice that a lot of the images that I had photographed had disappeared as a result of a lot of the development that was going on. And so I decided to publish the images in a photo book titled The DCIC, Art of a Vanishing City. And it includes 52 images of largely DC architecture that is no longer in our landscape.
I can imagine the nostalgia it evokes from people who see it, who knew what DC used to be like, and of course can reminisce about it through your art.
Absolutely. One of the great things about participating in the art fair is not just the ability to share my work, but also, when people see a lot of the images that they're familiar with, as I am as native Washingtonians or longtime Washingtonians. So I get to share my work, but I also get to hear their stories, and it's wonderful to have that personal connection.
And Carolina, I want to come to you because you're an artist as well, displaying your work. What kind of work do you do, and what do you hope people get from it when they view your work?
Well, thanks so much for having us here. And my work is pretty much, I call myself an interdisciplinary artist because I go all over the place. I do a bunch of different things. And one of the things I do is site-specific installation, which is kind of like a kind of sculpture. And so I created this piece for the book art fair that is called, it's titled Capital Splash, because it represents, the paint splatter. So if you come to the fair, you're going to see a bunch of paint drippings from the wall. They're made out of vinyl, so they're like adhesives.
And we're looking at video of some of that happening. That is so interesting.
So yeah, and then the idea with the floor is like people can hop on it. It's kind of like playful, a way to hop to the next publisher, enjoy the art, enjoy pretty much have a great time with the piece. And so yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Why this kind of artwork for you? That's very interesting. You're doing, art and paint dripping. Does that evoke anything for you? Like, why that kind of artwork?
Well, it's actually, I've been doing paint splatters for a long time. It's part of my artistic vocabulary. And I also been very inspired by many years of as a teaching artist in Capitol Hill Arts Workshop, which is just around the corner from Eastern Market. So I've been teaching there for a long time, and all pretty much with kids and adults, but mostly kids. That's been inspiring my work to create playful installation, paint splatters. They're kind of like childish looking.
But definitely gets you in the mode of just sort of appreciating art, appreciating beauty. We have just 20 seconds left. How can people attend?
They can take the Metro. There are a couple parking places around, but residential parking, I think, is pretty eased up on Sundays.
Okay, so Phil, Carolyn, and Carolina, information there on your screen right there. Go and enjoy this art fair. So many interesting artists out there. Their work really speaking to you in different ways, but it's here in the city. Go and enjoy it. That's happening today. Thank you all so much for being here this morning.
Thank you.
All right, Tom, over to you.
Good stuff. Good way to spend a day. Now to